When I first took to learning copy, the first place I came to was YouTube, and there wasn't any really good videos that helped me a lot from YouTube that I watched. Probably the best one was about a formula which I could use, but without the base knowledge, this formula was kind of useless because I didn't really know how to trigger each step in my niche. But after learning a lot more about what triggers people to do things, what triggers people to buy things, I understood this formula a lot more. But without this base knowledge, it's literally like dumping someone who's never swam before into the middle of the ocean with scuba gear and flippers and expecting them to do anything else than drown. So when writing a headline, which is what we'll be going through in this episode, which is the first fundamental, which is getting attention to your advertisement, because without this attention, there'd be literally nobody reading the rest of your copy. So it's really hard to define how important a good headline is, because without this attention that's got by the headline, there'd be no people reading your advertisement, so you wouldn't be able to find out. Basics for writing a good headline are: you want to target the biggest audience, so you've got a benefit but it doesn't target many people. You don't want to use that benefit. You want to use the benefit which targets the biggest amount of people. So maybe who needs an extra $100 a day isn't as effective as who needs to pay their bills, because the who needs to pay their bills targets a big wide audience, and people will do a lot more to keep something that they've got rather than to get something they've never had. People love a bandwagon, so using phraseology like who else, and I can't really think of many more examples apart from who else, but people love a bandwagon, so use phrases that encourage this bandwagon appearance, the thing that makes people think, oh wait, people have already done that, who else wants to be a millionaire? Headlines like that will make people think, oh, people have done it before, that means it's possible. It adds that possibility to and believability to your headline, to your copy. Using words like discover, introducing, those kind of words people will get drawn to because they want to find out what is new. They want to be the first person to know something. They want to be the first person out of their friendship group to know something. So things like new, discover, anything like that will get a lot of attention to your advertisement. You need to have test campaigns with smaller amounts of money to find out which headline's the best, because otherwise you won't know which advantage targets the most people. Things that you don't even expect to target the most amount of people can target the most amount of people, because not everyone's like you. And also, you've got to start where the customer is. So whilst you know a lot about your niche, your customers may not know anything, and they might be right at the start, whereas you're right at the end. So when talking about your business, writing headlines for your business, you've got to write where the customer is, or maybe in certain circumstances you've got to write where the customer was. People love an underdog story, so writing this idiot made £600 a day would work a lot more than this highly authoritative figure earned £600 a day. You've got to focus on the little person. People love a little person's story. So, and also this goes right into the paradox of authority. When people doing a certain thing that are high up in their tier, such as doctors using a certain drug to keep healthy, people think they know the best. That means I should do what they're doing. There's three things a copy should do. The first is tell you what the product is, the second is tell you what the product does, and the third is tell you what the product makes people think of you. The third one's rarely ever touched on in copy, but it's one of the biggest advantages you can give to your copy. People really want to be complimented. It's one of the most important things in your copy. They want to know what people will think of them for using your product.